For years, Meghan Markle has carefully crafted a narrative of victimhood, struggle, and misunderstood royalty, but that image might be crumbling faster than ever before. In a shocking turn of events, Doria Ragland, Meghan's own mother, has now reportedly lifted the veil on what she calls her daughter's web of deceit during a jaw-dropping appearance on the Aspire on Emigrate podcast. Viewers were left stunned as Doria appeared to contradict some of Meghan's most publicized claims, casting serious doubt on the Duchess of Sussex's truthfulness and integrity. According to inside sources who reviewed the now-viral podcast, Doria's tone shifted from supportive to subtly damning, with subtle revelations that painted Meghan as more calculating than candid. One moment in particular set the internet ablaze when Doria referenced truths twisted into drama and relationships sacrificed for the spotlight. Though she never mentioned Meghan by name, listeners were quick to connect the dots. Doria, known for her usual silence and discretion, may have finally reached her limit after watching her daughter alienate the royal family, former friends, and even longtime allies. And this isn't just gossip. Meghan's past statements, including her now infamous Oprah Winfrey interview, are coming under renewed scrutiny. Claims about being silenced, unsupported, and racially targeted now appear to be missing critical context. Insiders close to the royal family have long whispered that Meghan's version of events often omits key details. Now, with Doria subtly confirming long-suspected manipulations, those whispers are turning into roars. Even more damning was Doria's vague but heavy-handed mention of strategic suffering, a term that many believe describes Meghan's approach to public perception. Rather than healing behind closed doors, Meghan has often turned private issues into headline-grabbing drama. From estranged siblings to her dramatic royal exit, every twist in her story has seemed suspiciously timed with a new project, deal, or tell-all appearance. It's a pattern, not a coincidence, and Doria may have just confirmed it. The backlash was swift. Social media erupted with hashtags like Doria Spills and Meghan Exposed, with former fans expressing shock that even Meghan's mother seems tired of her theatrics. Critics argue that the Duchess has long used her family when convenient as either scapegoats or emotional leverage. And now that Doria appears to be stepping back from that role, the foundation of Meghan's image is showing deep cracks. Adding fuel to the fire is the revelation that Doria has reportedly distanced herself from Meghan's brand partnerships, including Aspire, a wellness initiative once marketed as a family-inspired project. According to Aspire insiders, Doria became uncomfortable with how her name and background were being used to create a falsely wholesome narrative. That's a critical blow to Meghan's business credibility, as she's built much of her lifestyle empire on curated authenticity. If even her mother is questioning that image, how long can it truly hold up? Let's not forget the damage control already in motion. Meghan's PR team has reportedly gone into overdrive, scrubbing clips and attempting to discredit the podcast episode. But the internet doesn't forget, and neither do listeners who heard Doria's quiet frustration come through loud and clear. Damage limitation only confirms what many are beginning to believe, that the Duchess of Sussex's empire isn't built on truth but on smoke and mirrors. What makes this episode particularly devastating is the timing. Meghan has recently been pushing a rebrand, launching lifestyle ventures, podcasts, and public appearances designed to win back public favor. But as this latest revelation from Doria shows, rebranding won't work if the foundational story is flawed. You can't build a kingdom on fiction. Eventually, the truth breaks through. In the end, Doria Ragland may not have intended to be the final nail in her daughter's PR coffin. But by breaking her silence even subtly, she's shattered the illusion Meghan worked so hard to create. The Duchess's claims of injustice, of being misunderstood, of always taking the high road, now ring hollow in the ears of a public who's heard the other side directly from the woman who knows her best. And as the dust settles from this podcast bombshell, one question remains: if Meghan Markle can't even maintain the trust of her own mother, who is she really fooling? That's the unsettling question now gripping both critics and former fans alike. For years, Meghan has leaned on the optics of family closeness and emotional resilience to win over the public, especially in contrast to the coldness she claimed to experience within the royal institution. But Doria's subtle unraveling of that narrative on Aspire on Emigrate has changed the game entirely. No longer can Meghan hide behind the guise of being a misunderstood daughter or wronged wife, because when the most trusted person in your life begins to pull away, the story collapses under its own weight. Even Hollywood insiders are reportedly stunned, with one former collaborator noting, "When your mother starts hinting at manipulation, it's not just PR damage, it's personal." There's a growing belief that Meghan's image is not just flawed, but carefully choreographed, and that Doria's revelations might mark the beginning of a broader unraveling. While Meghan has yet to respond publicly, silence may no longer serve her. The tide is turning, and as more people begin to question her motives, one truth becomes painfully clear: the carefully woven fairy tale is coming apart thread by thread, word by word, and now voice by voice.